What's going on, everybody? Time for the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. We're excited. We got TNA from last Wednesday. It's been a rough week, man. I wanted to do TNA, Ring of Honor, and NXT all tonight, but I know I will not be able to live tomorrow if I do. We're gonna get Ring of Honor and NXT from last week out to you tomorrow, and we're gonna try to find some sort of middle ground on the schedule. But every time we create a schedule, I think everything changes for us. Like something weird happens. Like I end up moving somewhere, or you end up something crazy happens. But let's talk TNA. This is a big TNA this week as far as implications of the main event. It was kind of interesting. For some reason I liked the matches more when I watched them without sound. There were a couple of matches that I was watching on mute. I can't remember why I was watching it on mute, but for some reason I just happened to I think I was just sitting somewhere and I was watching them trying to take notes for the review, and for some reason I liked those match. I thought those matches were really good, and maybe it was because I couldn't hear anything. I don't know what it was. I don't know if you ever have gotten that way where like for some reason you end up watching a show or watching a match or something on mute because you're trying to you're watching it in some sort of weird place, and the matches turn out better on mute than they may have when they had sound on
No.
them. No, I, I was just curious because I don't even know why I was watching it on mute. I think I had forgot my headphones or something, and I still wanted to watch it. So I was watching it, and for some reason I just muted the sound. I think it was during like the knockouts match, and I thought it was really good for some reason. I was surprised by the outcome, but I thought it was really good. So we started out with the video package on the final encounter between GFW and TNA. This was kind of one of those things that it wasn't played throughout the night, but it kind of developed throughout the night. It kind of had its developments throughout the night. Um, and then we ended up having the contract signing between Dixie and Jeff Jarrett, and Karen Jarrett was there too. Um, it was basically kind of making it official. Um, JB's trying to keep the contract, keep it in the confines. They was going, put it in a safe, wrap it in a lot of bubble wrap, put some of them little peanuts around it too, and then put it in a box. Make sure no one could get it. And Jeff Jarrett was not happy about that, so he punched JB, and JB I think he died. I didn't see him for the rest of the night. I don't think he came back from that. I'm not sure if he was on this week's episode, but last week I think he died slightly, and then maybe we might have had to use a shock machine to make him come back. Um,
he was there for the lockdown. I'm just saying.
oh, no, see, I won't pay attention to him being there for the lockdown. I thought it was an imposter. That's what it was. I thought it was an imposter because he obviously died from that cell that we saw. He obviously died. I mean, come on, no longer on this earth. No longer on this earth. But any thoughts on the video package and the contract signing?
Um, Video package was okay. The contract signing wasn't anything special. I didn't think. I felt like it went on a little bit long, but not too long. It wasn't like a Raw opening. But it did go a little bit longer than I would have liked it to. The only really negative that I had was that cell, and it wasn't even the cell. It was just the fact that he punched him kind of long ways across the table. You can't do something like that from so far away and make it look good. It just doesn't look good at all. It just looks awkward, and there wouldn't, if that was a real punch, there wouldn't have been enough of an impact to really, affect anybody. It was too far away. So, um, I feel like if they were gonna try to do that sell, they should have had him a little bit closer to JB, just to make it look better. But I like the contract signing. I like that they kind of, talks about uh, still the past, how Jeff Jarrett started TNA, kind of, uh, but yeah, it was a good contract signing. You knew something was going to go down. At every contract signing, something always goes down. So, somebody was going to have to, get punched or go through the table. And JB just he it was him. It was him. He drew the short straw.
Alrighty. Next, we got EC3 arriving to the Impact Zone. He wants Jeff Hardy. He's really milking this whole personal census thing. He wants Jeff Hardy to hold the door for him. Get the door so he can step out slowly. To a round of applause or something. He says he got another present for from EC3 to Jeff Hardy. In the apparel collection of Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, goes to the beat of his own drum, but EC3 had a little bit different beat going on tonight, so he wanted to make sure he was dressed to impress. And then he says he's got 10 to 12 cat videos to watch before he goes into the Impact Zone, because that's what EC3 does. He's a big cat fan, big cat fellow. So I mean, to each his own. To each his own. Then we got a couple of video packages. One on Dixie and Jeff's relationship. Like I said, it was more, the thing just kind of developed over time, and then we had the video package with Shara and the Revolution and their history. I like how they had a lot of developing type of storylines tonight. Any thoughts?
Uh, Not really. I like how they had different video packages. They didn't just show the same video package over and over 12 times in one show to remind us every 15 minutes of the same thing, like other companies will occasionally do. WWE. And TNA does it sometimes too. But, and all of them made sense. All of them were, adding on to stories or developing stories. It wasn't just, stuff we already knew that didn't, add to anything. Everything, kind of built on the storylines. So I like that.
Alrighty, I agree. I think I think it was a cool little thing they had with everything kind of building and building on top of each other. So next we got Abyss versus Mahabali Shara. I like to dance. I like to fun. Sorry. Every time I gotta say it. That's what he likes to do. So I gotta I gotta do it. Some of the fans on the ramp just weren't having that dance. He was trying. He tried. He came down, a little bit of the ramp. He was kind of still on the top of the ramp there. We had some fans, that he put the arms together. He did, the little dance, and the fans were just not having it right there. But as he continued down the ramp, he had some more fans involved. They even had Bigfoot. I feel like Destination America threw Bigfoot out there just so they could promote their other show, right? Because Josh Matthews was like, well, speaking of Bigfoot, because they have to promote every Destination America show ever. I think we should put the podcast on there, then we can get TNA to promote us. I think we should do it. I think we should do it.
We should. We should.
But he tries to get Abyss to do the dance, but Abyss is not having it. He attacks him from behind, get the splash in the corner. Abyss goes for the choke slam, but it's reversed. But Abyss does maintain control. Shara fights out of the submission and takes down Abyss with the shoulder block, looking like John Cena. I'm not, he trying to go for that John Cena comeback moment. We created him in WWE 2K15, and he coming back with that John Cena comeback moment. No, he hits him with the shoulder block, and then the corner clothesline gets reversed into a choke slam. And Abyss, his girl, he gotta have her somewhere. I'm in college, so homecoming is around the corner. So he gotta have his girl. Waiting for him, because eventually they gotta go to homecoming too. So he gotta have his girl. So he go out there, he get Janice the 2x4 with all the nails and everything in it, and he does the typical Janice hits the top turnbuckle. Janice gets stuck, not as well this time as all the other times, but Janice gets stuck in the turnbuckle. Shara hits the choke slam on Abyss now, and then Storm runs out with the chair. The referee gets distracted. Storm hits Abyss with a cowbell by accident, and Shara goes after him. Abyss knocks Storm out of the ring, and then we get the Sky High by Shara for the win off of the miscommunication by Abyss and James Storm. So I like this match. I like Mahabali Sheriff for some reason. I don't know what it is. He liked to dance. He liked to fight. I think that's what it is. It's got to be. It's got to be what it is. But I really like Mahabali Sheriff. I like what he does in the ring, especially for a big guy. I think he uses the big guy persona well, personally, and I like it. Any thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I do like Jinder Mahal. He's impressing me more. When I saw that they had Bigfoot in the crowd, I was like, that has to be somebody. That's got to be somebody that's gonna attack him. It just seemed like it was either set there by Destination America or it was gonna be somebody from the Revolution in there. It just why would there be a random? Come on. Unfortunately, it wasn't anybody from the Revolution. I was kind of upset about that. But I like this match. I don't like that it was against Abyss. Abyss to me anymore is kind of like Kane and Big Show. They just need to stop and just stop. Just no more. I can't do it. Or at least go back to the old Abyss. I don't really like this new. I don't know if it's the mask I don't like it or if it's the Revolution. I don't know. I kind of want the old Abyss back. Just the old mask. Bring back the old kind of jumpsuit that he used to wear. Um, and give him uh, somebody new to work with because I don't know what they're doing with the Revolution, but it goes week by week. I feel like one week it seems like they're gonna break up, and then the next week they add a new member, and then they're gonna break up again, and it's just so confusing. But hopefully they do something with Jinder Mahal, Mahabali Shera, and James Storm because I like that feud. It seems like it's working well. Because he liked to dance, and that's really the problem with James Storm. He doesn't like to dance. He doesn't like to fun. Yeah, he likes to drink beer, which can be fun, but he doesn't like to fun.
And I know I am. Um,
I was gonna say I can't hear you.
yeah, I was like, I was like, let's 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 continue, even though I'm on mute, and I know I am. I gotta go unmute myself. um, Next we got EC3 and Tyrus. They're still at the car. They're chilling, watching cat videos. Um, they said they're gonna party hardy, and they're gonna have a hardy party with Jeff Hardy. That was the main thing I took from that. Um, Watching the cat videos, still trying to embarrass Jeff a little bit too. So then we go backstage with Team GFW and EY. It seems like we've said that before, right? Like Faction and EY, BDC and EY. If you guys don't remember, EY just happens to be there with these these factions. Any thoughts on those two things? EC3 and Tyrus, getting the cat videos in and GFW.
I can't do it with them. I can't. Cat videos. Come on now. Come on now. Uh, and I'm starting to feel bad for EY. I mean, why can't somebody let him into the faction? Let him into a faction, man. He's like the guy that gets to hang out with the band, but they won't let him in the band. I feel bad. I really do. Come on now.
Alrighty, yeah, I agree. I feel bad. That's why he's so crazy, man. They won't let him in the factions. They feel like he's too crazy, man. I don't know. I don't get it. But next we got EC3 and Jeff Hardy. Kind of the presentation of Jeff Hardy again. With his new fresh get up, I guess you could say that he had on tonight. Um, Hardy comes out with this nice crispy suit with EC3's face everywhere. I was like trying to figure out who would he. I don't even think EC3 would wear this suit. Like if EC3 went somewhere, like I don't feel like EC3 would wear a suit with his face all over it. I feel like that's what they get Tyrus to wear to the business meetings. They get him to wear that suit so they know, they don't have to send EC3. They can just send him in spirit with Tyrus. Comes out there with that suit, and EC3's kind of belittling Jeff Hardy again, like always. No music, all of that. And then Spud comes out, and he says, he'd wear that suit. And I was thinking, this is like before Spud even came out, I'm like, this is a very Spud-esque type of suit. I feel like, and Spud comes out and he says, he'd wear that suit, but he wouldn't wear it with that stupid face on it. um, and EC3, he was not having being disrespected. You're talking to the longest, not the longest reigning, but you're talking to the undefeated champion and undisputed and all those unwords that he uses all the time. And he's not having that disrespectfulness. So he goes ahead and he just dips out. He says, forget it. I'm done with you. Any thoughts on EC3 and Jeff Hardy? The suit.
I mean, Jeff Hardy, he can rock a suit. He looked good in a suit. I'm not gonna lie. He cleans up well.
He didn't he have those like Bret Hart shades on too?
Yeah. Just not not with EC3's face on him. Anybody's face on a suit is just, it generally is not a good thing. But by the way, TNA, I'm still waiting for those Spud suits to be sold on Shop TNA. Just saying, I would buy one. But yeah, that suit, just no. Whoever made that, I feel bad. I feel bad. But I like that we got to see Spud. I feel like he's getting these kind of random, sporadic, showings with EC3. Still trying to kind of keep that storyline open a little bit. But we'll see what happens with this. We didn't see Matt this week, which was weird.
Agreed. So next we have a video package on basically the process of this GFW TNA war. Just came to build like we said, like I said. And then we got Drew Galloway and Jeff Jarrett having a little confrontation. Jeff Jarrett just basically says, everything is on the line, so he's going to do whatever it takes. I think this may have been the point in time where he announced there was going to be a fifth member, which would end up being a surprise. Just imagine. Any thoughts on those two things?
No.
So I'm gonna ask you a question here.
I'm gonna give you an answer here.
Would you rather have the Lethal Lockdown match or this Knockouts title match that surprised me
I don't know. I don't.
That's not a match.
Wait, who was in the Knockouts match again?
Lady Tapa, Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, and Brooke.
I'll take that match.
All right.
I didn't really.
That match surprised me a lot, and I was still confused. I'm sure you felt this way. I was like, Why couldn't they bring at least one more person over, for GFW to kind of make it feel more evened out? Because Lady Tapa doesn't even feel like she's in the GFW storyline. She just feels like she's just there.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, this was a pretty good match. I was surprised with it. I do feel like they should. And that's kind of the problem with GFW. From what I've seen, they don't have many female talent on their roster, but I think they have a couple others besides Lady Tapa. I'll have to look,
They should
but
have brought my girl Brittany back. I know she's on there.
uh, I mean, we they could have done that, but they didn't. But yeah, they should have brought somebody back, or added somebody to the GFW roster just to kind of make it feel, even, especially in this match. It was basically hit 3-on-1 at times. All of them were going after Lady Tapa. Um, you know, I felt like Brooke looked better this week. She didn't look, as sloppy in certain situations. Um, you know, I still feel like they're trying to push the feud between Lady Tapa and Awesome Kong that didn't really work out the first time. Um, I remember that cage match that was supposed to be awesome and ended up being just one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, and it made me want to cry. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the knockouts title match. Yeah, I like this match. I just felt like I said, they needed another, person from GFW. Not just a 3-on-1. Um, or just make it a 1-on-1. Make it Brooke and Gail Kim, because I felt like it didn't make sense for Awesome Kong and Lady Tapa to be in the match. They haven't really been, except for GFW obviously wanting to, take all the titles from TNA. There was really no other reason for them to be in this match. I didn't feel like there wasn't any build up to it. Awesome Kong just kind of randomly returned a while back, and it was just kind of weird a little bit to me. Um, Thoughts on this fatal 4-way not elimination?
Yeah, I do wish it would have been elimination. For some reason, I really liked this match. I thought this match was really good. Like it was even to the point where I felt like, and this is one of the matches I watched on mute. It was even to the point where like I was like, this is one of the best knockouts matches I've seen in quite some time. You know, I don't know why. I just really like this match for some reason. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like the storytelling involved or what was going on, but I was like, I like this. Um, I like how for some reason I'm not always big on this, but like every once in a while I'm big on this, or in certain moments I'm big on this. When people go, like everybody goes for the same move, so like one person is a crossbody on somebody, the other person is a crossbody on somebody, or like one person dives outside of the ring, then the next person goes back and dives, again, and then the other person takes out everybody with a dive. For some reason, I kind of like that stuff depending on the moment. I don't always like it, but sometimes I'm like, I like it. I agree. I felt like Brooke looked a lot better in this match. I don't know. I just thought this was a good match for some reason. I don't know if it was because the title was on the line, which I was like, wait, what? The title's on the line? Because I can't remember. I thought they had already set a number one contender um, for this title, but maybe I was wrong. For some reason I was expecting a number one contender, and maybe there wasn't a number one contender. But Gail Kim ended up winning this match, which actually surprised me. I thought they were going to keep the title on Brooke for a little bit. I feel like they're setting up a Terry and Terrell Gail Kim thing for BFG. That's what it seems like. I think and that'll probably be the best match as far as for the knockouts division right now, because I feel like obviously, and I think like we've said in the past, they've done a good job of kind of refreshing this feud without like throwing it in our face. Refreshing Gail Kim back into our lives again, and also with the dollhouse refreshing Taryn Terrell a little bit and giving her kind of a mean streak. So I think it could be interesting. It could be a really good thing going into BFG. Um, I'm excited for it. It's actually not too long away. I think is it next week? Because I'm pretty sure it's like the 4th of October or something. It might be. It
Yeah.
might not next week. Not this week coming up, but like the week after that. That's what I'm thinking. It might be. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it was the 4th though. Hmm. I have to look that up. But next we get a video package on how we got here, as far as how we got to Lethal Lockdown, and then we go into Lethal Lockdown. I'm sure you'd have no thoughts on the continuing video packages of this feud.
No.
Okay. Okay, I didn't think so. But I didn't want to leave the floor open just in case. You never know. You might have been like that video package was the greatest thing I've seen ever in life. I don't know. So I got to make sure I give you a chance. but next we got Lethal Lockdown. Team GFW, all 5 of them going up against Team TNA. It was funny. I thought it was funny how I'm pretty sure we knew there was like 5 people for Team TNA and Team GFW, right? But then tonight, like Jeff Jarrett ended up getting thrown into it tonight. Like I felt like for some reason I thought that was already a set 5 without Jeff Jarrett. I don't know if you felt like that, but for some reason I thought it was, and I may be.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, because it would have been Sanjay Dutt, Chris Masters, uh PJ
Lee and
Black
Meyer.
was the one that wasn't there.
Yeah, PJ, which was surprising. Where like I know he lost the title, but like, did he like go into depression?
Yeah, unless
Like,
he
where
got
did he
injured, but
go?
I didn't see anything about that.
Because I know he lost the whatever we're calling the title. I don't even know what we're calling it anymore. The dual brand.
The recycle title.
Yeah, the GFW title with the TNA logo on it. I don't know what we're calling the thing, but yeah, I guess he like went into a deep depression after losing it because Rude wasn't in it either. And I feel like if that's the interpromotional title, that's the main, somewhat of the main piece of this feud, then why wasn't the 2 people who feuded over it in this thing? Instead of adding random random, just as like they I feel like they just had names in a hat and they said this ain't random enough, so they threw them on the floor and then closed their eyes and picked one up. Cause I was just like, I was like excited about it, but I was like, why Bram? Isn't he like a heel? That confused me too. I'm like, isn't he a heel? And I actually expected him to turn, but you know. This match was pretty good though. I like this match. We had Sanjay Dutt and Richards kind of fighting it out, which was really cool. I felt like this match really didn't get going until the roof or whatever we're calling it, the ceiling came down. I think that's kind of when it actually felt like it got going. Um, Jeff Jarrett was not playing with that trash can when he got a chance to grab it. Surprised there was no guitar up there, by the way. Surprised there was no guitar. But Jeff Jarrett was pinballing Lashley's head with that trash can, and basically got. I think he got a shot on everybody. I think. And then GFW early on was winning the weapons war. They were hitting people with everything. Mordeski gets hit with a super kick by his own team. The Wolves work together, but they're taken out by Mordeski, which is still really hard to say. But then he gets speared by Lashley. Bear gets surrounded by Team TNA. He starts to get a little sample of the steel cage as they throw him into it multiple times. GFW kind of coming to the rescue. EY gets hit with an epic spear. Great sell by EY on that. Um, they get the stroke on Lashley. We get the coast to coast by Shane McMahon. No, not by Shane, but it's by the Wolves on Jeff Jarrett. Would have been nice if Shane would have showed up, hit a little coast to coast and left. We wouldn't have to know it was him. And then the shotgun kick to the trash can that was on top of that was like around Myers' face. Then we get the future shock on the trash can by Drew Galloway for the win, and then we get a little celebration with Dixie at the end. Um, I feel like I was saying, and especially last week, I feel like this was the end of this, which I think is kind of unfortunate. I kind of would have wanted GFW to win, see what would have happened, and then go from there. But I don't know if TNA wants another interpromotional show for Bound for Glory again. I don't think they want that. I think they want to kind of be able to control their own destiny, unlike the last BFG that they had. So, any thoughts on this Lethal Lockdown main event that saw
I
Team
mean,
TNA taking it? Which and one more thing, I felt like it did. I'm sorry, I keep noticing things as I think about them, but I I feel like this feud did kind of help the fan base a little bit because you heard more like TNA chants, during the shows when this was going on, which I think was good, and maybe that's what they were trying to do anyway, trying to rebuild that kind of somewhat rabid fan base that they kind of want to have. But any thoughts on Lethal Lockdown? But wait a minute, I got one. No,
I'm gonna wait a second. All right. Uh, no, I thought in general this match was really good. There was things that upset me about it. I didn't necessarily like Jeff Jarrett in the match. I thought, they should have picked somebody else, like, oh, I don't know, maybe Magnus, who apparently is signed with GFW. Then, see, if they did that, then Bram would have made a little bit more sense. That would have, and it would have been really cool. But it was just weird that it was Bram. I was like, wait, what? I mean, it turned out to be really good. I thought he was really good in the match. You know, I didn't necessarily like the outcome, but I feel like even with this outcome, I don't think this necessarily has to be over because Jeff Jarrett's kind of one of those kind of guys who he's not just gonna give up, so they could still do a storyline where he still tries to do the hostile takeover, you know, um, and I think if they did do something with like you were saying a BFG interpromotional, I think if they did something like that with GFW, it would be better than the interpromotional they did with New Japan. I think it was New Japan back then, just because it is Jeff Jarrett, so he's kind of he would make it work better than New Japan would, just because he built TNA, so he kind of has that little interest in keeping it going well because I mean it is his baby anyway, even though he's not in control of it anymore. And it would help GFW as well. So I think if they did do something like that, it could work. Um, and I hope this isn't the end of this, just because I want to see more of these guys. GFW doesn't have a TV deal right now, and I haven't really found any places to watch any of their shows. So I would still love to see them, at least on TNA, because they do have really good talent on their roster. So
agreed. I also hope this isn't the end because I've enjoyed it. It's been refreshing to see some new faces, and some kind of some older faces, too. Some previous TNA people, too. I think it had a good mix of people that we hadn't really ever seen in TNA and people that we've seen before and we recognized. So I'm excited though because BFG is coming up soon. That should be pretty good. Um, it'll be interesting. I'm gonna check that date real quick too. I feel like it should be an interesting show. I'm probably gonna get spoiled for this week, but that's okay. I'm just gonna close my eyes quickly. Eh, 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 Where is it? Eh, eh, I don't see it. I'm trying not to look at anything that I don't want to look at either right now. It's just television calendar. Yeah, I don't see anything. Let's see. Bound for Glory. It's supposed to be Sunday, October 4th. So that's coming up pretty soon too. So hopefully that'll be a pretty good show. But we will see you guys later. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It's quick. It's simple. All you gotta do, you can probably close your eyes and do it. I wouldn't recommend because you might push the wrong button, and you never know what happens when you push the wrong button. So don't be pushing the wrong button. Push the right button, and that's the like button and the subscribe button. Like the rhymes, No, the rhymes. Yeah. We will see you guys later. Remember, this is the only podcast that is always an instant classic. Not just an instant classic, like Justin says, always an instant classic. We'll see you guys later. Peace.